for me, for me, now that I look back on there, my needs weren't met. My immediate needs weren't met. Simple things, you know, simple things. You say something like, oh, I need to go do the laundry, or something simple, and it turns into an argument, or it turns into something. My sweet little daughter told me that my sweet little daughter told me the other day that anything that you have to say should not turn into an argument in a relationship. That's where I found it. So if we're talking about growth and we're talking about what we need to do, and that turns into an argument, that's kind of toxic, because I should be able to share my feelings with you without it being toxic. I should be able to say to you, I'm not happy about this. I'm hurt about this. And there shouldn't be an argument, because it's not about you. Right. That's the first toxic sign. I couldn't say nothing. Everything was a fight. Literally everything. To the point, you know, when you fight that much, it becomes a little crazy. Then you start thinking you crazy. That one time I got so mad at this man, I threw a knife. I remember he was sitting there, and I looked at him, and I picked up the knife, and I threw it, and he went like this. Man, I would have been in jail, y'all. I would have called a case. I wouldn't even be here, because I was that mad. You know what that conversation was about? That conversation was about fried yams. You see, so anything like that should not turn into, like any simple thing like that turns into an argument. I threw a knife at this man. I planned it. I used to sit there and think, God, when he goes to work, please don't let him come home today. Just don't let him come. Let him go wherever. And that's when you know it's toxic. That's for me.
What about you, Jasmine?
For me, I would say if they start pulling you away from your friends, or from people around you, or from the things that you love to do, and the relationship becomes mainly about them and not you, or because relationship, I think it's two-way street. But when they turn that whole relationship into them, it's my way or nobody's way, please run. Like, run, trust me, run. And then when they start making you feel like you're nothing without them, as much, it's easy for us to say, I'm strong, I'll get over it. Listen, I was strong, but I was whooped. Okay, I was stuck there thinking, my life, I can't live without him. Like she was saying, she was stuck, because that's where she got her validation. Some men will literally prop you up to the point you feel like you're nothing without them. So when you start feeling that way, I'll personally say run. And that's all I can say about that.
Go ahead, girl.
Okay. I mean, I feel like communication is key. So if kind of picking off of what she said, like not everything deserves to be an argument. And I feel like once you guys start mirroring each other, as far as like if they're mad, you're mad. And it's pet peeves and picking off of each other's energy instead of actually addressing situations as a team, that's toxic. It might not be a toxic relationship, but that's a toxic trait. So y'all need to fix that. And I feel like that's one thing that I could kind of add on. Yeah.
I think for me, if you can be yourself around the person, so if it become like, okay, I'm about to say something, like, is he gonna get mad? Like, you know, if you just can't be who you are and be free around that person, it's like, it doesn't even make you happy. So why are you even there? You know what I'm saying? Like, so just when you realize that you have to think about like, I'm about to go ask him to buy me this, not buy me this, to do this for me. Is he gonna be mad? Like, if you have to get to that point, if you get to that point that you have to like, it's like you always like want to please him only, like not even thinking about yourself. So it's, at that point, it's what makes him happy and not you. If you get to that point, it's to me it's toxic.
I think for me is learning not to bring my old baggage into my new relationship. I did that with my husband I have now. I still was dealing with the hurt that I had with my ex. And I thought every man in my life was going to hurt me. So I had to realize, it took me about 3 years until this marriage, and I've been married to this man now for 18 years. It took me 3 years of being married to him. And when he would reach over and hug me, I would still jump. I had to go and make sure that Jackie was okay. I'm still in therapy. It never stops. So I'm telling you, I'm just saying, it does not stop, because the pain hurts. Even seeing him with another woman after going through all that I went through. And I took this man back because another woman had him. But then I realized I didn't want it, but somebody else had it, what I had. And I had to realize I'm done with this. This is enough. This man has taken me through hell and back. I had to realize that I'm done with this, but still I brought him into my relationship and almost lost my marriage because of that. I'm like, the devil is a D-lie. I've worked too hard. I've done too much. And I've been through too much to deal with this man again. Even after he won't ever say he's sorry. Because he's not. And don't expect him to. I had to realize that. And that's the part that hurts. Because you know that he did you wrong. But I have to realize it's okay if he never says I'm sorry. Because I have to let this black heart go. Because I was messing up my own blessings. God can't bless me if I still got all this hurt and anger inside my heart.